Hello, I'm Nige.
I'm Anders. Welcome to Supermarket Battle, the finale,
The results.
the results. Yes. Um, Nige has explained, we've been and done every tea, coffee,
Yeah,
green tea, yeah,
green teas, black teas, instant
all
coffee,
from Lidl and Aldi.
which they're the big discount supermarkets here in the UK.
Yeah.
And I think there's 15 teas and coffees we explored. Uh, and we've got all the results now.
So this
Well,
program is bringing all of those together.
so we'll start with black teas. Now,
Yes.
there was one supermarket which was much stronger on the teas,
Yeah,
and that was Aldi.
it was.
We did five black teas. Hang on, I'll just check. One, two, three, four. Five black teas. Aldi were best in four of them.
Okay.
Well, three of them, they were outright winners. Two were draws.
Okay.
Uh, Now, one of the draws
Hmm.
was their breakfast tea. They both had breakfast teas. They were both awful.
They
There
were.
wasn't really a winner. It was just one was more rubbish than the other. So
Yes.
the less rubbish one won.
Yeah. But on the whole, be slightly impressed by the fact that these teas will hold up against other supermarket teas and will come in at a cheaper price.
Yes. Now I've got one of the teas I've picked out just for. I've got the red label, which is just the box standard Aldi.
Done exactly the same.
Oh, genius. Now,
Just, yeah,
their gold tea, which also it was a clear winner because their Lidl's gold tea was awful, really. Uh, as Lidl's Knightsbridge red label wasn't
yeah,
that great either. I seem to remember this had a bit of a smokiness to it, and
it has. I've just had a quick
I just
taste
wanted
of
to
it.
taste that again.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not a bad cuppa.
Um, on the whole, I think Nigel's bought all of the Aldi and I bought all of the Lidl. Um, and what we do is we meet discreetly
Um,
in a dark
there's
place
plastic
and hand
bags
each
with it.
other an eighth or a 16th of coffee. It's yeah, and I've got a big bag downstairs
Bags.
full of bags of tea and coffee. And funny enough, the coffee has kind of molded into some sort of thing that you might bring back from
Yeah.
Marrakesh. Um, but you do have to spend honestly every time. I think I'll fancy some of the red label. Go down to that bag like nah, 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 nah.
Yes.
It's just doing my head in. But thankfully, I found this red label, and I'm pleased that I did.
I've got a few storage problems at the moment with the tea because
Yeah,
yeah, I'm gonna have to cull the supplies a bit. Anyway, so with black teas, it was because half point for a draw, 4 points for
mm-hmm.
win. Aldi won it 4-1. Runaway winners for the teas.
Okay,
So I'd suggest if you're a tea drinker and you've got an Aldi supermarket and a Lidl and you shop in either one of them, Aldi's the one for your teas.
experiment there. Yeah.
But don't
Um,
get fooled into getting their specially selected breakfast tea. It is awful.
um, yeah, it's pants. It really is.
Yes, that's the technical term.
Yeah. Um, Turning our attention to say coffee.
Hang on, before we do the coffee,
Oh, sorry, go on.
we'll finish the green teas.
Green teas. I was really pleasantly surprised by them.
Uh, uh, yeah, as I was. I'm not a great fan of green teas.
Mm.
And it was the first time I'd had a green tea with lemon as well. To be
Yeah,
fair, Lidl did have an extra tea. They had a decaf green
decaf
tea. We
green.
we couldn't find that in Aldi. They might do it, but in the ones we tried, we couldn't find one.
No.
which was actually a bit of a theme because in the teas, not all little stores stock
No.
everything.
No, they don't.
And
No.
you have to shop around for some of their own
There
brand
seems
stuff.
to be a core, but then there's things that are thrown in. And if you look on the websites are awful for Lidl. You know,
It's
got nothing
diabolical.
on there. Yeah. But the
But
green
anyway,
teas,
green
I
teas,
thought
yeah, they're both. There wasn't really a weak one.
there wasn't, and if I remember correctly, they were head and shoulders above the other supermarket, or not the other supermarket, the other green teas,
Well,
apart from perhaps the Clipper.
yes, I'd agree with you. They're probably on par with the Twinings, I think.
I wasn't a big fan of the Twinings,
I can't remember. It's that long ago since we did
but
the.
I was surprised by because number one, the instructions for those were 100 degrees or boiling water
Yeah, and
for
we
five
had,
minutes, which is way more than I would ever do for green tea. But they came out really nice for it.
yeah, I was surprised.
Yeah,
Anyway, Aldi won the green tea,
yeah,
uh, and the green tea with lemon that was a draw. Uh, but
yeah. They were
they're both
both
okay,
very
both
good.
good. So if you're a green tea drinker, doesn't really matter what supermarket you get your teas from.
Go to the nearest one.
Yes, but teas, black tea does make a difference. You
Yeah,
need to go to Aldi.
you do. Yeah, that's what
All
I
right,
suggest anyway.
coffees. There was so many coffees available. No, we
Yeah,
only did
and
instant coffees. There were some flavored coffees. We didn't do those,
no,
and we didn't do the proper coffees because I'm not a grown up yet. I'm still going through the entry level.
but we found some absolute gems.
Yeah, well, like I said, we had 8 coffees that we examined.
Eight, I mean, okay,
Lidl had 9. They had one extra one which we didn't review because Aldi didn't have anything to match it up with,
that was
which was
an
Indonesian
Indonesian one.
coffee.
Yes.
Yeah, which we'll probably do on this channel and the Make Nige Like Coffee program at some point
Yeah.
because I'm
Um,
curious about that one.
you were,
But
but as
I
a
wasn't.
man that genuinely doesn't like coffee, you were very surprised and impressed by some of these coffees, weren't you?
I I was not looking forward to the coffees because on the program Make Nige Like Coffee, we've tried a lot of the big brands, the Dow
Mm.
Egberts, the Clipper, and as well as Nescafe, which was awful. Uh, but some of the like the Dow Egberts and the Clipper, and there was one other I can't remember now. I could start seeing
Mm.
where coffee was going, and I thought
Yeah.
I might like that one day because I could the flavors. Anyway, this when we came to doing the coffees from Aldi and Lidl, I thought "Oh, they're all going to taste like Nescafe. I'm dreading this, and quite frankly, I was stunned.
Absolutely. One or two did, but on the whole, they were all very good.
In fact, I have a coffee here
Do
because
you?
we both agreed. No, this wasn't by choice. It's just for the program. I had to have a
Mm.
coffee this section, uh, and I've gone for the Aldi rich roast.
Oh, okay.
I
Right.
would have chosen the Costa Rican, the little one, but the bag was all the little bit I had left was just solid.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Yeah, so
I went for the Veleron Americano Intense, which is
that's
an absolute dupe copy
that's
of Nescafe Zero
yeah.
Extreme or whatever it's called. So much cheaper, so much nicer.
Well, there was 3 coffees which had me almost turning, okay, to the
Ooh.
coffee, the
Mm.
darker side. That one was one of the Manders, that one. And I think that was the easiest drinking out of the three
Yes, I
that I
think it was.
favoured.
Yeah,
But I
we were.
thought the other two, the
Yeah,
Costa Rican Little and the
yeah.
Aldi Rich Roast, were just a little bit more exciting.
Yes, I was really surprised by the little original. which isn't quite their bottom of the range.
No,
It's the
no.
next one up.
On my notes here, the Little Original and the Aldi Rich Roast, that was the first one we did in the coffees.
Mm,
We found it very hard separating them. They were both absolutely wonderful.
yeah,
If you
so
like coffee,
surprising. Because you do when you do buy a coffee at that price point, you do expect it to taste just like Nescafe, which is is the dog shit point of coffee. It's the point where,
it's the best-selling coffee in the UK.
yeah,
It's cafe. It's
again, it's just the marketing.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm
Who
going
can,
to try
yeah, go
my
on, let's go.
old
Come on.
cafe Rich Roast. Cheers.
Oh, hello. That is lovely.
No, I still don't like coffee, but that's less repulsive than it was the time I had it on the program. I think just the quantity I'm having to drink at the moment, it's it's wearing me down.
It's waking you up.
See, there's a lot going on in that. For a couple of quid jar of coffee, that's just amazing.
Yeah, honestly, those two were absolutely phenomenal. We did a program on the Nescafe Azera and the other one that is a copy of that, or that is a copy of,
They
and
weren't much
they
better
were
than the instants, were
awful.
they?
They were like yeah, just like drinking Nescafe.
Instant, yeah.
Yeah.
They're awful. And my
And
expectations for them were quite low, and they were much better.
I saw the price difference between, if I forget what they are, but obviously when you go to the supermarket, you can check how much per 100 grams they are. And the Azera, Nescafe Azera, is so much more expensive than your bog standard Nescafe, but there's no difference in taste. The
I
Azera
know.
is so much
Excuse me, sir. I saw you coming. That's what the marketing department. That's their slogan.
more.
Anyway, results wise, there was 8 coffees we tested.
Yeah,
Uh, there was 2 draws. Aldi won one, and Little one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
right. Okay.
The kings of the coffee. So if you're a
Yeah,
coffee drinker, you go to Lidl. You can't go wrong. They were all good. To be fair, most of the Aldi coffees were quite good as well. And
yeah.
some
I
were
mean,
very, very close.
nothing to sneer at, to be honest with you. So if you have to go to one shop alone, then Aldi is
But
probably the place to go.
there was at least 3 little coffees which had the wow factor. And that was, no, 2 had the wow factor. The intense Americano.
Hmm.
Oh no, that was a draw, that one. We both, again,
Did we?
it was so close. Both supermarkets, the teas were fantastic. That intense Americano,
Yes.
I like one of them, you like the other.
Yeah.
Uh, but which were the ones? It was the Costa Rican. That's the one that really stands out for me.
Okay.
But all my notes here, both good, both okay, close, both very good. Not a lot between them, but there was a trend, and Lidl is
Yeah.
top notch for coffee.
Yeah. Overall, though, what happened?
This feels like we've been doing this for years.
It really does. Yeah.
It's 15 weeks we've been doing this. And it's come out at 7.5 points each. Nothing between them, which in reflection's probably quite fair for what we've done.
I think so. Yeah. Um,
But yeah,
yeah.
oldie for your teas, little for your coffees. That's the way to go.
Yeah. But if you just have to go to one shop, then I think Aldi is probably the answer because their teas
Yeah,
are
because their
better.
coffees. Yeah, yes. And it
are
is a
way
tea
better.
channel fundamentally.
Yeah, that's what we're going down to. Yeah. So anyway, that wraps up how we feel about Aldi and Lidl.
I hope this has been of service to
I hope so.
people in
I
the UK.
know I have seen some comments from our subscribers thanking us for pointing in the right direction of decent, cheap coffee. It's nice to do. It's nice to explore this sort of thing, you know.
We
But
might do
anyway,
this. We'll do this with another couple of supermarkets.
yes,
We'll put it out to the viewers. Do you have any recommendations of which two supermarkets we should put up against each other?
yes.
Uh, Saves us having to think about things like that. So we welcome your suggestions for
Yeah,
that.
please do come back to us with that. Okay, well that's it. We're done. Thanks for watching. We hope you found it informative. We'll speak to you soon. Goodbye.
Goodbye.